Hi guys, it's Xavier here, and in today's video I'm gonna explain to you the 3 reasons why your desires will never happen. Just so you guys know, I use the principle of the book Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zilan. And just to give you feedback on that book, this book is made to explain how reality and the universe is structured and the reason why most people get stuck to achieve what they want in life. If you like this video and you want more analysis and deeper analysis on that book, please just let me know in the comments. The first principle of this book is option and choices. What you need to understand is that every version of yourself already exists in the universe. As you can see on this beautiful image here, this represents the universe and your reality. So there's many doors and many ways and paths that you could take to different doors. Every version of you already exists. Every options already exist into the universe. The version of you who is jacked, rich, with a beautiful woman, and is so intelligent, handsome, as everything, might be the door far from you right there. But there is actually a path to reach that place. And this is what you need to know. There is a million and billion number of doors, and there is billion paths. And every choices that you make you choose another path and a new path. So you just need to take the right actions and right choices to go toward the path and the option that you want. If you really understand that law, you know that from the million of options, you just need to make the right choices to reach the doors and the place that you want. So yeah, everything exists. The version of you who has everything might be there, and the version of you who is homeless and completely destroyed in life also exists and might be this one here. So everything exists, and you just need to make the right choices to choose the right options that you want for your life. And there is actually 2 things that you could do to make a step toward the life you want. And the first thing, knowing that law and that principle, is actually to identify. Just to identify which doors do you want. Where do you want to be? What does the version of you which is perfect and who has everything you want is? What is that person? What does he has? So just to identify where you want to be. This is the first thing you should do. The second thing should be to stop consuming information and taking action, because even with this video, you are consuming information. We are always consuming information, but we lack taking action. And this is what I want you to be doing after watching this video. I want you to take action. So after you have identified where you want to be, you are going to find out by yourself, not looking online, not looking at any videos. You're going to write on a piece of paper 5 things that the version of you who is perfect does. What does that person does? You're gonna write 5 things and actually take action toward that thing. For example, if you want to be jacked, rich, and with a beautiful woman, it could be you will eat good, you will exercise daily, you will start your business, you will make some online videos, you will actually make a step toward the type of business or the type of money making things you want to do, and you are going to ask out a woman or just to go talk to some women. Simple things, just 5 things to do daily. The second principle of that book, and the second reason why you will never achieve your desires, is because of something called pendulums. It is normal that you never heard that before, because this principle is really for that book. It is just in that book that we can hear about pendulums. And what are pendulums? They are whatever things that capture your emotional energy and begin to control your reality. I know this is pretty large, but I will explain it to you, and it is actually pretty simple. As you can see with what I just draw right here, the big circle and the line, so this is a pendulum, and the little circle here is you, so yourself. But what is that pendulum? A pendulum could be really anything in life. It is a thing that accumulates energy and attention from many people. A pendulum could be your volleyball team, your soccer team. It could be your school, it could be your work, it could be your favorite sport team, it could be your favorite video game, It could be this little YouTube channel. It could really be anything that you put attention and energy toward. What you need to know from the pendulums is that some of them could be really impactful to your life and take you away from your desires. And it works like I just said. You are putting energy and attention toward that pendulums. You are putting a lot of energy if you are really engaged and enriched with that pendulums. You put a lot of energy in it. For example, it is your volleyball team or your soccer team. You go to every practice, you have a lot of time and energy given to that pendulum, and you supply that pendulum with all your energy and attention. But this pendulum don't work only from one person. And you and, for example, all your soccer team are giving energy and attention toward that pendulum, and this is why this pendulum is working, because a pendulum in fact is a amount of energy and attention received by many people. But those pendulums in life could be potentially destructive when you overgive it and you lose your identity. It could be, for example, your job. You are working at a big company. You're working at Apple's place or Microsoft, and you're giving so much of your energy and attention to that place that in life you're not, for example, Steve. You become the guy who work at Microsoft. You're not a real person anymore. You're just a number and a source of energy from that pendulums. You're not a real person and a unique person anymore. So this is when a pendulum become destructive. But the pendulums aren't only bad thing, because you can use pendulum for good purpose. For example, with this video, you will be aware that now you have many pendulums in your life and that some of them might be destructive. So, for example, the pendulum of this YouTube channel and this community might not be a bad pendulum, because when you're here, you're learning. You're getting information to actually change your life. So, some pendulum might not be a bad thing, but some might be destructive if you overgive and you lose your identity. A simple thing that you could do to actually make a change is to identify the pendulums that you have. Write down on a piece of paper every pendulums that you have in your life, every sort of group that you are part of, or every pendulum that we just saw. You write it down on a piece of paper, and then you try to eliminate everyone that are taking too much of your energy or that are making you lose your identity. And after that, you know every pendulums that you have, you choose the amount of energy each pendulums should get from you. Where is your attention going? Where is your energy going? Because your attention and your energy is what will allow you to achieve things in life. So if you lack and you don't have the attention and energy that you should have and you could have because of one pendulums, will reduce the amount of energy and attention that this pendulums get. And the absolute goal and outcome that we want from this strategy is to make a choices to change your trajectory. So with the image that we saw before, the goal is to change our pendulums, make a different choice to change your trajectory towards the life you want. Now, the last principle why you're not actually achieving your desires is because of importance and excess potential. What this principle says is that the more you need something, the more resistance you create against it. So like I just said, the harder you chase something, the more it will slip away. And the cause of that isn't the goal itself that pushes it away, it is the intense emotional charge or importance you attach to it. So what you should know is that when you want to achieve a big goal, you have a big goal, you want to achieve something, most of the time you're putting too much importance and emotional charge on that goal. You want to be rich and be jacked so bad that you will never achieve them because there is too much emotional charge attached to it. And there is two main types of those emotional charge. The first one being inner importance. So you say to yourself, my worth depends on it. If I really don't make that business real, and if I don't succeed with that business, I am worth nothing. I can't have life anymore. I am a bad person. I am completely cooked in life if I don't make that business work. My life is completely end. So this is inner importance. You're putting too much on that goal and you're worth nothing if you fail. And there is actually another, like I just said, which is outer importance. And outer importance sounds like this is my only chance. And you feel like if you fail that chance, you're completely cooked again. You will not succeed in anything. This is the only chance possible for you to succeed in life. And if you don't succeed from that one chance, everything else will fail. You will be a complete loser. So those are the two: excess, potential, and importance that you put into your life. And there is actually a good theory to represent that principle, and it is the water glass theory. So if I tell you that you have to hold a glass of water, well, you're gonna hold a glass of water. And if I tell you that you need to go into the kitchen with it, so you're gonna take that glass of water, walk to the kitchen, and nothing will happen. But if I tell you that in that glass of water, here's the cure to save millions of life of people from cancer, and that all those people will die if you actually make that glass of water fall on the ground. Well, just by telling you this, your hands will start shaking. This is only a theory, but it is the same actually with your life and with the importance that you put on every of your goals. You're putting too much on it. And this makes you shaking, creates you anxiety, makes you fear the thought of failing and not having the things. And this way, you just create stress, which kill your focus and makes it harder to you to actually achieve that one thing. But the thing that you should do to actually avoid all that pressure and that stress created by the importance that you put on that goal is just to keep your consistency and make the goal like a normal thing. You know you're gonna achieve that business because if you put enough commitment and for a longer time, you know that it's gonna happen. Success will happen no matter what, because if you put enough consistency and enough effort for a long time, it is impossible that you fail. It might be in 10 years or in 2 months or in 5 years, but you will achieve it because you put enough effort for a long time. Just by putting that in your head, you will know that no matter what happens, you will succeed. And this way, you drop the pressure, you drop the stress, and you're actually able to focus the most as you can and to achieve that one thing. In the end, what you should remember from that book is that every version of you already exists. You just need to make the right choices to reach the person you want. Be careful with your pendulums and choose which one should get more energy and the ones that should get less. And the last thing is to actually put down the pressure with the importance that you put on your goals and take the time and enough focus to achieve them. This is it for this video, guys. Like I said, if you want me to go more in depth with the other principle of that book and actually make a full analysis, let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy. See you in the next one.